What's up, everybody? My name is Walter Hinchman. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Swole Marine. Today, we are going to be discussing how long it takes to lose the muscle mass that you worked so hard to gain after you stop working out. So, nothing is more frustrating than losing muscle mass right after you've worked so many months to build it. Months of heavy lifting, endless hours of training, week after week, right? But sometimes life happens, and if you're an avid gym goer, you already know that there are unforeseen events that can disrupt your training, and they're inevitable and can be accepted consequence of the training cycle. So whether you're coming off of an injury or just a long hiatus from training, you're probably wondering, right, exactly how long is it going to take to lose that muscle mass and how quickly can you regain it? So your body prefers and relies upon body fat and carbohydrates for energy. Therefore, when you take a break from training, your body does not use your protein, aka muscle mass, right, for energy. However, muscle tissue will start to decline over time. Losing muscle mass depends on what your current fitness level really is and how long you're inactive for. The more muscle mass you have, the more you have to lose, and the harder it is to maintain that muscle mass. Studies show that you can lose muscle mass as quickly as in up to just 10 days of inactivity, with a decrease in muscle size of nearly 11% without exercise. Prolonged disuse or inactivity will lead to a decline in the rate of muscle protein synthesis, which contributes to muscle atrophy. With a decrease in training comes an equal decrease in your appetite due to your body's reduced energy requirements. When your food intake declines, it also results in an inadequate intake of dietary protein, which allows proper muscle mass maintenance. Supplementing with protein or amino acids will be crucial to maintain and further aid in muscle mass prevention when you are not training or taking a long break. So a systematic review published in the Journal of Sports Medicine actually examined the development, retention, and loss of strength in elite rugby and American football players. The review found that strength and power decreased almost up to 15% during periods of detraining, yet strength was maintained for up to 3 weeks after detraining. Muscle mass also will naturally decline as you age. Adults lose up to 5 pounds or 5 to 7 pounds of muscle mass every decade without exercising or training. So participating in a resistance training program and weightlifting will be crucial to maintain and build your muscle mass as you age. In addition to rebuilding muscle, weightlifting increases bone density, which is going to be key for mobility and strength. So another important factor to consider as we age or through the aging process. It is important to understand that true muscle hypertrophy takes place during times of injury or when you've completely stopped exercising, also known as detraining, for an extended period of time. So what is muscle memory? Let's get into that, right? Because that's going to be a very important component of how long it's going to take you to lose the muscle mass. So taking a break from lifting is never or necessarily a bad thing, right? Especially when you can regain that muscle mass through a process called muscle memory. Muscle memory refers to the skeletal muscle possessing a type of memory from the anabolic growth or loading phase, followed by a later reloading the muscles or a reloading phase when training is resumed after a long time of not training. So when cells encounter the same anabolic stress and trauma that that they've encountered before through lifting, they recuperate and rebuild faster as compared to muscle tissues which have never encountered stress or trauma. So what that means is if you have lifted in the past, you're going to rebuild that muscle mass faster. If you have never lifted before, it's not going to be regained very quickly. So through epigenetic changes, this suggests muscle mass has an enhanced response to load-induced muscle hypertrophy when earlier growth had been encountered. Muscle memory helps you regain your strength and size when the many factors of life, right, and life factors create disruption. Consistency is going to be key if you want to obtain a certain type of physique, yet missing a few days every now and again will not completely derail you in your progress. So how do you regain that muscle mass when you take a long break from training? So if you're worried about losing that muscle mass, there are definitely a few ways, improving ways, so that you can maintain that muscle mass when you get back on the grind, right? Number one is maintain your calories. As you decrease your activity, your loss of appetite will closely follow. Eating fewer calories will most likely create a caloric deficit, resulting in weight loss. Eating too many calories while being sedentary and not working out will create weight gain. Therefore, it is crucial to maintain the correct amount of calories to maintain your muscle mass and body composition, accounting for your decrease in activity and change in basal metabolic rate. This is where a nutrition coach, right, can come in very useful. So without knowing your macros or appropriate caloric intake, it can be exponentially more difficult to determine how much you need. So definitely find a nutrition coach. We recommend Swole Kitchen in case you're looking for a nutrition coach. Will be pertinent to you maintaining that muscle mass. Number 2, how to regain or maintain that muscle mass is that exercising, right? Some type of exercise is better than no exercise. So just because you're taking a break or can't get to the gym because something's getting away or you're busy doesn't mean you can't get some type of other exercise, right? Heavy lifting is not required to build muscle mass, including any type of strength training program, body weight movements, resistance bands, whatever you can do will help you maintain that muscle mass that you built without losing it all completely. Number 3, keep your protein intake high. So when you eat, it's equally as important to eat something to maintain your body's composition and retain your muscle mass. Your body needs protein to regain and rebuild that muscle. So therefore, eating foods high in protein, high protein snacks, protein-rich foods, right, is going to help you enhance your strength and maintain your muscle mass and all that muscle that you've taken so long to build. So takeaway here, guys, and in conclusion, right, it's true, if you don't use it, you will lose it, right? The research is clear that it's a relatively short period of time, being sedentary or being inactive, not lifting weights, right, can result in loss of muscle mass and strength as quick as just up to 10 days. So if you find that you're unable to work out consistently, then try and maintain your caloric intake, eat the foods that are rich high in protein, get yourself a nutrition coach. If you can't maintain those nutrition caloric goals, then make sure that you hire that nutrition coach and that you get what you need to maintain your muscle mass and rebuild and retain your strength. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, all right? If you want any more information about supplements, nutrition, health, wellness, whatever it may be, go to swoleverine.com, visit the blog, and until next time.